Going to be another exciting one here and another retro match here in Crawford Court. What used to be Crawford Hall, Charlie.
Yeah, back when I played here it was Crawford Hall, but now it's Crawford Court. And the crowd here is so compacted. It's sold out. The match is sold out. It'll be a similar crowd or similar sound crowd to what UH gets in the Stan Sheriff Center. But for UC Irvine, this is an exciting event.
It's 500, but it's going to feel like 5,000.
Yep.
Like the Simple 5 Stan Sheriff Arena.
Yes, that's true.
But always a great group, a highly energetic Hawaii crowd in the house, and as well as a bunch of Anteater fans as well for a celebration night, which we'll talk about
I hear
later.
they brought a bus up with all the Hawaii fans from wherever they were staying to here. They just bust them up.
We got first serve, and that's Campbell Jensen back to serve. First pass by Tali Hakas, set by Lang, back out to Hakas. Hakas over the top and gets some fingers on the way.
It's a nice high line shot pass and hit outside. She looks older than a freshman. It might be the 2 years that she spent in the Israeli army.
Well, she's listed as a freshman, staying at 5'11". The first serve for Ikenaga goes over towards Neiman. Back row attack by Riedel, and she swings high and long.
Riedel was a little excited, got in early, and so she was swinging at the ball on the way down.
She has a pretty good sized blocker in Amber Aigidi, along with Tali Hakas over on that side.
A couple surprise starters, Hakas and Kendra Ham were in their lineups they had last week, and now they're starting for UH tonight.
That serve goes long by Ikenaga. Point going to Irvine as they get on the board. One looking at two. That's Nicole Feliciano, the freshman setter from Laguna Niguel, California, starting it off for UC Irvine. Feliciano having a fantastic freshman campaign. Ball's passed by Wagner, a little way to the left side. Hakas takes a rip. Neiman on the dig at middle back. Back bump set by Jensen, back out to Bertoloni, who takes care of business at the pin.
Hits the high inside hand and catches that block on the way down, which deflected it away from Ikenaga.
Well, that angle was the only way that Bertoloni could go, and she
could have hit the ball down the line with the same shot.
We're going to call Charlie Highline Charlie.
That's exactly right.
Tough serve by Feliciano, but it looks like it floats long, is long point going to the Rainbow Wahine. Stepping back to serve, a 6-foot senior outside from San Diego. That's Kendra Ham, a Brennan Dean product from Torrey Pines High School.
Played for Wave Volleyball Club, was at Cal Poly also, and then transferred 3 years ago to UH.
Ham goes deep corner, hand pass by Jensen, handcuffed on that serve. Tip by Bertoloni, picked up by Lang. Ikenaga steps in on the bump set. Hakas tips over the block, covered by Feliciano. Jensen back bump set. Roll shot by Riedel, dug by Wagner. Lang in the middle of Aigide, and she is blocked by Scarlett.
Now, let's mark that one because that's what teams are doing. Aigide is so talented, and the UH offense is so reliant upon her that teams are bringing the right side blocker in or the left side blocker in to block the double block on Aigide.
Scores tied at 3s. Jumps her by Bertoloni, drops on the line, and she deals an ace with a top spin serve.
That's what UCI needs, some plays like that to get this crowd really, really excited and involved.
For Bertoloni, that's ace number 18 on the season. She gets up again on the spin, goes cross court to Wagner, overpass picked up by Jensen. Feliciano in the middle, Scarlett by Ikenaga, overcast, joust one out by Aigide. Free ball coming by Napoleon, passed by Ham, out to Hakas, tipped over the block, out of the reach of a diving Nicole Feliciano. We have our first substitution checking in is Paula Gershing for Riley Wagner. Gershing, the 6'2 junior outside from Schwalbach, towards Germany, which brings Tali Hakas back to serve. The freshman outside from Kfar Saba, Israel, and Hof Hashtaron. Hakas jump float down the line to Napoleon. Feliciano shoots it out to Napoleon and bangs it off of Hakas.
Napoleon just gets better and better every game. It was interesting. She hadn't played in 2 years and started 7 matches ago, and she just continues to impress offensively.
Good rip at the outside. Emma Napoleon getting up. The one-time freshman of the week honoree here in the Big West. That brings Bella Scarlett back to serve, the transfer from UC Riverside. Ball's passed by Gershing, back says Ijide. She's blocked at the net by Ella Gardner. Point Irvine, 6-4.
That movement on the slide by Ijide wasn't as fast as it normally is. That set was a little slow getting out there. As she slowed down, it gave time for Gardner to get right in the way.
Back to serve yet again is Isabel Scarlett for UC Irvine. Scarlett has 3 aces on the season. Ball's passed by Ikanaga. Lang looks, shoots Ijide at the backside, dug by Scarlett. Feliciano outside to Napoleon. She's blocked at the net by Ijide and Lang, but that was all Ijide on the SWAT patrol.
Oh, that ball's still coverable, Rob. Seriously, Bartoloni should have been ready, and they're all standing up instead of down low.
Ijide has 17 aces on the season, averaging .19 on the year per set. Ijide goes dropping float serve, make that number 18. Point going to Hawaii, tying it up at 6s.
It's interesting to look at Ijide's stats.
Without a doubt.
Every stat, she's top. She's got 100+ digs.
And blocks and kills. Ball set by Feliciano. Left-hand attack by Napoleon. Misses wide. Must have been a miscommunication, but they're looking at a net. Actually, she ran into the net outside the antenna.
Yep.
So point Hawaii's, I believe it's 7-6. But it's a little slow on the scorebook on the screen, unless that is the correct score. There it is, 7-6 as it turns. Ijide floats it deep towards Jensen, set by Feliciano, right side of Riedel. Tipped by the block, picked up by Gershing. Gershing swings and off of Jensen, playing defense at the left back, 8-6 Hawaii.
Are you sure that was left back? I think that was middle of the court. That's why that ball hit her so high. She needs to be left back and keep the ball out in front of her.
Yeah, as Charlie was saying, Ijide just a source of so many points for the Rainbow Wahine. In so many ways.
100 digs, almost 100 blocks, 20 service aces, hitting almost 400.
And the stuffing it in the middle is Kennedy Evans. Points going to Hawaii as she just owns an outside pin. Napoleon took a big rip, but welcoming her at the net was Kennedy Evans. Evans on the year.
Kennedy Evans has been has had a great year. Has a real great compliment to Ijide.
59th block assist for Evans, and swinging on the slide is none other than Ella Gardner. Point going to UC Irvine.
See, Rob, I like the rhythm on that slide. It was in motion, in movement. The set was faster, and Ella just outran the block and hit it off and out of bounds.
That Gershing lined up perfectly, but Gardner was smart enough to turn her hand outward to that outer hand. Jumps her by Riedel, goes off the cable, passed by Haka, set outside by Lang to Gershing, dug by, I believe that was Napoleon, who was like in the middle front area on defense.
Kind of what I would say is no man's land. You want to be on the sideline or you want to be underneath the block, but in between the two is a tough place to play.
Coming back to serves Kate Lang, the 6-time setter of the week in the Big West for Hawaii. Tough float serve down the line over towards Bertoloni. Ball's passed out of system, tipped by the block by Riedel, picked up by Hawkus. And we got a double contact or
back row attack.
Back row attacker violation called against UC Irvine. Didn't quite see that sequence there. Did you, Charlie?
It didn't look like a back row attack. I'm not sure what Patsy called.
Well, Tony Chan, the R1, showed the back row attacker violation, and Patsy Malta called something different on the floor. Napoleon takes a swing, overhand dig by Hawkus. Feliciano gets to the right side to Gardner. She's dug by Hawkus, set by Lang. Gershing tips, covered by Napoleon. Feliciano on the dump, covered by Ikanaga. Lang going against the grain to the right side to Ham. Saved by Jensen, free ball by Riedel. Ikanaga on the free ball pass. Lang goes back to Ham, and she hammers it down the line for the winner.
You know, that was great defense by Irvine, but also great patience by the Rainbow Wahine. They stayed focused, got the open shot at the end, and were able to put that ball down.
Well, with that, we have a timeout taken by UC Irvine. Don't go away. We've got more Big West women's volleyball coming at you on ESPN. Welcome back to the University of California, Irvine and Crawford Court here in our Big West women's volleyball matchup with the Rainbow Wahine and the Anteaters. A lot of action here early on, Charlie.
A lot of action. It's been great. The major difference in the two teams right now is Hawaii is hitting 250 and UCI is hitting a negative 133. The blocking's even, so that means that Irvine has hit some balls out of bounds, maybe trying to find hands or hit around the block. If they settle it down a little bit and are content to rally, I think they're going to renew their lead they had earlier.
Well, Tali Hawkins defensively has been key for the Rainbow Wahine here in set number 1. That brings Kate Lang back to serve for Hawaii. Floats it down the line, and wisely letting it goes Mari Bertoloni. Point going to the Anteaters. Bertoloni doing your famous duck move there, Charlie.
I don't like the duck move. I think I've said that before. I think the open up move. But Hawaii's in a three-hitter situation here.
Napoleon going back to serve for UC Irvine. 8 looking at 12. Napoleon winds up, swings, misses a couple feet long. Point going to Hawaii. Running back in is Riley Wagner. For Paula Gershing on the Anteater side, you got Maya Neiman back in for Isabella Scarlett. Actually, Emma Napoleon. Wagner back to the service line for Hawaii. Wagner listed at 6 foot, the senior outside from Dublin, Ohio, floats this one wide.
You know, it's nice at University of Hawaii. They have an outstanding beach program, and a lot of these players play on the beach. Actually, Amber Igidi went out on the beach 2 years ago, became their number 2 team just in one season. But Wagner's a very, very consistent, good beach player.
Ball's passed by Hawkins, laying in the middle to Evans, and she thumps it, puts it away on the twisted wrister.
Had a net violation on Scarlett. Notice, you know, we talked about this, you and I talked about this, the coaching staff at Hawaii. You've got Olympic setter in Robin Amo, and then you've got 2 great defensive players. So the defense and the setting skills are very, very well defined here.
And we have a missed hit attack by UC Irvine. Feliciano may have set that a little high, and you saw Scarlett swiping for it.
Yeah, that ball, the setter has to find the hitter in that situation, has to push the ball over there.
To feed it to her hand.
Yep.
Ikanaga on the tough float serve down the line, passed by Bertoloni. Out of system play, and Hunter Riedel coming in hot.
That's a nice hit. She's really feeling good about hitting the back row stuff.
Seen her come in right down that pipe. Actually, she had more on the right side, more like a 40.
Watch the setter. This is training from Robin for sure. Watch the setter before she sets. She'll turn and look at the blockers on the other side of the net.
Tough floats her pass by Hawkins. Lang pops it right side to Ham, and she pops the cap in the corner. That's the kind of stuff you'd see Micah Christensen do.
Yeah, that turn and look and let those blockers know you know what's going on. See Robin right now explaining to her what she wants done over there.
Back to serve is Kendra Ham for Hawaii. Ham 1 kill on the night so far. Feliciano shoots it to the pin. Riedel block covered by Feliciano. Bumps it by Neiman, swinging away. But digging is Wagner. Bumps it by Ajide. Hawkins rolls it over. Feliciano out to the pin. Riedel off the block of Ajide. Saved by Hawkins. Wagner swings out the back row. Dug by Feliciano. Jensen shows off her hands, right side to Berlin. She's blocked, covered, but Anteaters unable to scoop it. Amber Ajide being the defensive player of the night so far, and not because of the blocking.
I've been saying that, telling you that.
Got a timeout taken by UC Irvine, their second and final timeout. But Charlie, what are we seeing? We're seeing a lot of intense action, but everything's going Hawaii's way.
Well, both teams are playing very, very aggressively. I like how they keep giving Riedel the ball, knowing she's not going to tip. She's going to swing higher, swing smarter. The thing is that I notice a big difference, Rob, is the ball control on Hawaii's sideline. They're digging balls and they're able to run an offense with it. whereas the Irvine people are digging balls, but the ball's not getting dug close enough to the net where they can actually run something. You know, you can see even the huddle you've got at UH. You've got both assistant coaches talking to defenders about how to play defense. Got Robin talking to the setter about what they want from the setting.
We're looking at the score there, but on the screen there were some notable alumni here in the house. But 17-10 and Hawaii hot out of the gates. And the big discussion has been the back-to-back losses in Hawaii to Cal Poly and UC Santa Barbara.
Well, you know what they say, you don't want to make someone that's good mad. And I'm sure that the UH girls were not happy losing back-to-back at home in the conference. First time in 30 years.
We're looking at the Big West Conference volleyball standings. You got UCSB in first at 13-1, Long Beach State 12-2, Hawaii at 10-4, tied for third with Cal Poly. Those three teams have secured their spot in the Big West Women's Volleyball Championship to be held at Long Beach State right up 405.
Cal Poly could secure it tonight with a win.
Back out to serve Kendra Ham for the Rainbow Wahine. Float serve pass by Jensen off the net, bumps up by Neiman. Left side to Riedel. Riedel dug by Wagner. Lang outside to Hawkes. Hawkes drives it down the line, dug by Feliciano. Johnson, no look bumps up. Riedel just free balls it over. Ikanaga steps in, set in the middle. Amber Ajide, and she rocks the Richter scale.
You know, I've said this many times. You don't want to free ball a team that has someone like Amber Ajidi because she's just going to hit over you. That time they free balled it and then didn't close the block. They left a hole in the block. Got to get two blockers up next to each other.
Ham on the hybrid, and that ball dropped like the elevator cable got cut.
Yeah, they are.
My goodness.
They are going after Campbell Jensen right now. Serve receive.
In our broadcast position, we are caddy corner to the court. You can see that ball literally just die as it cleared the net. Ham with another magic serve, moving, saved by Feliciano, falls on the Irvine side. There's some magic on that ball with the movement that's happening right now by Kendra Ham.
Well, Irvine is noticeably rattled.
I mean, you got to see the movement on the ball. Just try and track the logo on there. It's like doing Z's, Y's.
Yeah, it's moving.
It's defying the laws of physics. I'm pretty certain here. Another good moving float serve pass by Jensen. Desmond sets the middle to Scarlett. She's dug by Wagner. Back to Ham. Why not? She's got the hot hand from the service line and the attack line.
Yeah, nothing is dropping on the Hawaii side. And as I said earlier, the ball control by UCI is a little less than favorable.
Ham still at the service line now with 3 kills, hitting 750 on the night. And we got a ball on the court. We had a whistle stoppage. I believe it was a ball that rolled.
Yeah, the ball
rotation.
Ball shagger in the ball rotation rolled it towards the court.
Ham back to the service line again. 3 kills, hitting a 750 already on the evening. Jensen with the pass. Desmond back sets to Bertoloni. She's dug by Ham. Jousting the net. One out by Scarlett. Out to Hawkes. Hawkes denied by Scarlett and Bertoloni.
It's a nice set on the run by Igidi.
And Napoleon back in for Maya Neiman. Bertoloni staying on the right side of the block. Normally she shifts to the left side.
Except they were in rotation 1, so you'll stay there in rotation 1.
Unfortunate jump serve out of play by Bertoloni gives Hawaii the point. Back in comes Paula Gershing for Riley Wagner. Talia Hawkes going back to serve for Hawaii.
Paula Gershing looks taller than 6'2". She's taller than Igidi.
Gershing 2 kills, 0 errors, hitting 667. Gershing, the 6'2 junior outside. Tough serve, picked up and just kept in play by the Anteaters. Igidi passes a free ball, laying outside of Gershing. Gershing dug by Desmond. Ikanaga picks up the free ball, laying in the middle of Igidi. She's dug by Napoleon, but it's dug too far out of play.
See there again, there's a ball that's dug, but it's not dug where you can run something or set something.
Looks like R1 Tony Chan whistling Irvine back on the court, but they got a substitution Lexi Gruszinski checks in for Mari Bertoloni for passing purposes, which brings Tali Hakas back to serve. Hakas again on the night has 2 kills, hitting 143 so far, but has 3 digs. That's been noticeable on defense for the effort she's been putting out. Hakas gets the whistle from Tony Chan, our R1. Hits a hybrid down the line towards Jensen. Perfect pass. Desmond in the middle. Scarlett. Scarlett against Igini, and Scarlett wins out.
It's a pretty good hit when you consider who was in front of her. Scarlett has the ability. She goes up and looks and sees the court, sees the block, and then does whatever she needs to do with the ball to hit off the block, around the block, but somehow find the hole.
Amanda Leinbach checks in for Isabella Scarlett. Leinbach, the 5'7" junior defensive specialist from Los Angeles, California. It's an interesting middle matchup between Irvine and Hawaii. You got Gardner and Igini going up against each other. Outside over to Hakas, and she puts it away through the block. Gretchen Gershing for point going to Hawaii.
I like the way Hawaii, both wings on Hawaii, both right side and left side, hit their first shot that hits the line. And that just spreads the middle of the court open.
Gershing, that's her 3rd kill. She's hitting 600, 0 attack errors. Great floater by Igini, picked up by Gruszinski, and we have a double contact called on the play. Point going to Hawaii as they take the first set, 25-12. Don't go away. We've got more Big West Women's Volleyball coming at you from Crawford Court on ESPN. Back to the University of California, Irvine and Crawford Court, where the Rainbow Wahine just blasted out of the gate in set number 1 to defeat the Anteaters 25-12. And the way they did it, offensively, they are on fire, Charlie.
Offensively, they are on fire. But one of the interesting stats is you look at the number of assists. Hawaii has 11 assists, no errors, and Irvine has only 5 assists and 2 errors, consequently a negative hitting percentage for UC Irvine. Hawaii's hitting a blistering 348.
With 2 attackers, actually 3 attackers with 0 errors. 2 of them being pin attackers.
Well, it's interesting because they run such a good middle at Hawaii getting up, and then if you set the pins and they hit line, it's going to be wide open. The blockers are covering in the middle first.
Well, look at defensively. Irvine, known as a defensive team, you got 13 to 6 digs.
Right.
Correct, 13 to 9 digs.
I would not say. I would say Hawaii is a very good digging team. Talked about just the 2 assistant coaches, and then Robin. Robin was in those Olympics as a setter, front row player at 5'8", 5'9". She knows how to play defense also.
You're looking at the UC Irvine women's volleyball team from 2003. Haley DeSales there.
Yep.
And I believe that was it's panning a little too fast for me to recognize right now.
Yeah, that's a gathering of a lot of alumni, but especially of the 2003. It's been 20 years.
Riley Wagner starts off service for Hawaii in set number 2. Neiman, perfect pass over to Feliciano. Slide attack, and waiting with bated breath is none other than Tali Hakas.
Nobody got surprised by that. Hakas was out there before the ball was even set in front of her.
She just lined up, put through both hands up in the air. Bertoloni, good pass, Feliciano, back to Gardner. This time she plays pinball off the block of Kennedy and Hakas.
And it's kind of funny, Rob, because the set was a little inside, and the bad set beat the good block. The block was set where it should be set, but there was a hole because the set was a little inside, and Gardner was able to hit that.
Yeah, right between Evans and Hakas. Jansen, tough floats her pass by Hakas. Lang goes back row to Wagner. Wagner cuts it, dug by Neiman. Clean up off the net, free ball by Feliciano. A little communication problems there. Lang in the middle to Evans, dug by Neiman. Back set to Bertoloni. Bertoloni, high hands. Ikanaga there off the block. Set the middle, Evans, dug by Jensen, saved by Bertoloni. Free ball by Scarlett. Ikanaga again on the free ball pass, right side, over to none other than K.H. Kinderham. Ham really hot tonight, Charlie.
Ham got a good outside approach. You know, basically, Hawaii was just running offensive drills because Irvine just kept giving free ball or easy ball, easy ball. So Hawaii's just 4 or 5 free balls in a row. Finally opened up one-on-one.
He could not get the service line. Ball's passed by Bertoloni. Feliciano quick to Scarlett. She's blocked, covered by Feliciano. Bumps up by Jensen. Out to Bertoloni. Bertoloni off the block and out of play, or just out of play?
Just out of play.
Just out of play.
Ball never cleared the net.
Point going to Hawaii. 3-1. Let's see the replay here. Off the cable and out of play. Good call.
Yep.
There's a little pause in play. I think Coach Ashley Hayne may challenge here.
Well, the Irvine team was at the net like they were serving. I think they thought it was a tool and didn't realize that the referee had called it off the block and out of bounds, never cleared the net.
Well, Coach Ashley Hayne is not holding the famous light green credit card for the challenge, so don't pass go. We're back. Ikunaga back to serve for Hawaii. Tough floater pass on Neiman Feliciano on the 40 over to Riedel and doing a little hocus pocus back row attack there.
Yeah, it was inside a little. She was started a little too far outside, but she caught it. That caught the outside blocker. But that ball was in if the block wasn't there, but she hit it down the line, went off the block and down. Nice swing.
2 looking at 3. That brings Nicole Feliciano back to serve. Feliciano with 4 assists and 4 digs on the Anteater side. Hybrid down the line, pass by Hawkins. Bias to the left side, and Ajine on the stop and pop. I love it when centers mix it up and go to the middles, even though it's a non-conventional play.
That's not mixing it up, Rob. They're going to center most of the time.
You got to give the center some credit, Charlie.
Okay. You know what, she set the best player in the league. That's some credit, all right.
Jansen hand pass off the bad pass. Riedel off the block. I believe is dug by Lang, and Haka swings away and tools the block of Bertoloni and Scarlett. Hawaii coming out really in a good playing charisma on their side right now.
They're playing very, very hard.
4 serve at 2. Hawkins back to serve. Correction, Ham back to serve. Tough serve saved by the Anteaters. Free ball by Neiman. Wagner gets the free ball. Lang looks, sets left pin to Hawkins. Hawkins sends fire in the hole. Point going to Hawaii. Hawkins and Ham, the H-squared combo, really taking care of business for Hawaii tonight.
They're both hitting well. Irvine block, the eye sequencing isn't what it needs to be. That set was inside. The outside block's going to move it in.
Bertoloni, the good pass. Scarlett through the block. Dug by Lang. Bumps out by Ikunaga. Hawkins rolls it over the block. Neiman on the dig. Feliciano back to Bertoloni. Bertoloni slices and dices. Point Irvine. Good looking sequence for Irvine. Coming in is Emma Napoleon for Maya Neiman. Bertoloni back to serve. It's amazing how quick Amber Ajini got out to that pin after coming all the way from the right pin.
She's an amazing athlete. Trained with the U.S. national team last summer.
Bertoloni jump serve. Almost an ace. Is an ace. Point Irvine. 3 serve to 6. Bertoloni known to deliver. That should be her 2nd ace on the night. We got a timeout taken by Hawaii. Don't go away. We've got more Big West women's volleyball coming at you from UC Irvine's Crawford Court on ESPN. Welcome back to the University of California, Irvine and Crawford Court. Site of our Big West women's volleyball matchup featuring the Hawaii Rainbow Wahine and the Anteaters of UC Irvine. You're looking at Tali Hakas, and on the screen, Campbell Jensen, libero for UC Irvine. The saying before the break, it's turned into an H&H night for Hawaii. Tali Hakas and Kendra Ham on fire.
They're both good players and have done that, I think, a lot. An interesting stat, I think, here is the number of assists. Irvine only has 31 assists. That means balls that are set and put away. And Hawaii has 42. So they're getting more chances to put balls away.
Mari Bertoloni steps back serve for UC Irvine. Bertoloni 2 kills, but hitting 0 on the night. Spin serve picked up by Ikanaga. Lang goes left pin over to Hakas, and she is denied. Isabella Scarlett and Hunter Riedel on SWAT patrol.
That was a nice adjustment by Riedel on the block. The set was inside. She moved the block in. Scarlett closed to her, and they took away the angle.
4 looking at 6. Bertoloni looks on the spin, delivers spin, cross court. Pass by Wagner, Lang out to Hakas again, not this time around, and Hakas gives a look across the net.
Well,
we get a little chippy.
That's all right. I don't know. I don't think Hunter Riedel's not the type to talk under the net. Now her dad would talk under the net, but she's not the type to talk under the net. So
Paula Gersing checks in for Riley Wagner. Always good to have some competitive chatter.
Yeah.
Hakas, she's on fire. She's in the zone tonight. Hakas over to Napoleon, going against the grain, and Gershing rejects Riedel out of the right side. Gershing at 6'2", had all of her elbows above the net on that one.
She's lined up. Riedel needs to just change the angle of the hit a little bit, hit it a little higher than that.
Now Gershing secretly 3 kills, 0 errors, hitting 600 tonight.
She started a lot of matches this year for them as an outside.
Tight bump set, and delivering the blast is Emma Napoleon, or EN50. Irvine's secret freshman weapon.
She definitely has a good feel for the court, a good feel on how to compete.
That brings Bella Scarlett back to serve for UC Irvine. For Napoleon, that's only her 2nd kill on the night. Scarlett back to serve, hits the hybrid down the line. Pass by Hakas. Lang outside of Gershing. Gershing cross-court rips. Double swipe action on by Napoleon, and Bertoloni unable to get it up.
And again, Napoleon, as the front left player, was kind of in that no man's land. She's not underneath for the tip, and she's not on the line to dig that ball.
Well, that's a setup for a molten tattoo if you're in that no man's land.
Yeah, that's tough place to be.
And a dropping floater by none other the lady who does it all, Amber Igede.
She's good.
For Igede on the night, that is ace number 2 on the season for Igede. That would be 19. But she has a lot of dance on her float serve. Look at that thing, it's dropping. Free ball by Riedel on the broken play, set by Lang outside of Gershing, off the block. Eaters caught in the net, and Irvine, unforced errors. Although that ball would have been played, Coach Ashley Hayden realizing that some unforced errors are stopping any kind of progress on the Anteater side. Got a timeout.
You know, we look at the play and the ball control and the rallies, but you and I are sitting back here where we can see the difference in the serving.
Yep.
They're serving the ball and it's moving. They're serving the ball to seams and it's moving. Every single ball is hard and low and dropping. Irvine's serving the ball, but quite often they're right at somebody. So, you know, a spin serve or a float serve that doesn't, you're serving right at him, that's a much easier to ball to pass. And that allows them to stay in system. And then once they get in system, Lang just looks at the block and said, you guys are going to do this? I'm going to do that.
Yep.
And beats them.
Well, again, sitting near an end line position, you get to actually see the movement of the float serves by Hawaii. And it's like there's a remote control, like a drone flying in the stands, and someone's just controlling the balls. It's bouncing from the left to the right and then dropping.
Right, right. And just inches over the net also.
That or that someone's taking up some mystic arts, moving the ball around.
Good luck with that.
Looking at our box scores, Charlie, what do you see that Hawaii's doing that's just getting this 11-6 lead?
Well, as I say, they're serving the ball so tough, and they continue to aggressively attack Irvine. Irvine, on the other hand, is making plays, hustling, playing hard, but they're not controlling the ball well enough, and they're giving opportunity after opportunity for Hawaii to run their offense. And their offense is good when they have that. You got to take them out of their offense. And to do that, you have to control the ball to the net.
Amber Igini continues service, and look at her stat line. She only has 3 kills, but she's got 2 aces and 3 block assists, and is one of the leading scorers at 6.5 points without really being involved in the offense.
That's good setting, though.
Igini over to Bertolone, backs up to Gardner. Gardner dug by Lang, set by Ham. Ball's blocked at the net, and it goes out of play. Point Irvine. That's one stop in a while there for UCI.
Yeah, and I think Lang dug a ball that was out.
I think her cover, she was there on the follow.
Yeah, let's watch it here.
Yeah.
See right here, I think that ball, oh, maybe not.
Patsy Malta is showing her quickest moves of the day there. The R2.
Patsy's the best.
Indy Desmond checks in for Hunter Riedel. Tough floats her down the line over to Gershing. And the two-handed dump by Kate Lang.
But see, we're looking at that serve right there. It was a great serve by Indy Desmond, but it was right at her. Right at her.
Well, what I think is interesting is Kate Lang's two-hand dump there, because we're seeing a lot more of that in men's
more so
and
in the men, especially in the men's game, though.
Tough floats her by Lang. She goes, I got that dump, and I'm going to deal an ace right now.
Yeah. Bartolone seems to have a little problem with that ball that drops in front of her, and that's what that is. He's got to get her weight forward so she can get forward into the ball.
Lang on the hybrid serve goes down the line. Napoleon passes Feliciano back to Gardner, tipped off the block and goes off the antenna.
That's a beautiful play. Blocks in front. Actually, the set was a little tight, and Ella Gardner had the wherewithal to find the block and then push it off into the antenna. It's a great play.
For Gardner, that is kill number 2 on the night, hitting 200 along with 2 block assists. And that brings Emma Napoleon back to serve. Napoleon, the freshman from Los Angeles, California, Village Christian. In the middle is Evans. She's blocked in the net by Gardner. Bumps it by Ikenaga outside to Ham. And she wipes it off the block. And all the amateurs saying, we did not touch that. We're going to have our first challenge of the night. So as a formal script goes, we have a challenge request by UC Irvine head coach Ashley Hain that there is a block touch.
The rule on a close ball like that, like Ella Gardner did, is you find the pressure, find it, okay, everybody, I found it, and then throw it out of bounds. When you initially go up and just throw it out of bounds, now you're hoping that somebody either guesses right or guesses wrong. Ball never touched it.
That is correct. We'll see if they see the same view, because I do believe they have different angles. Is that correct? They're looking at the same feed that we are. Yeah. As you know, we had an incident at the Brent Event Center, which is why we are playing the rest of our matches here in Crawford Court. It's not because we just want to live in Flashback Friday.
Well, and to the credit of the production staff and everybody at UC Irvine, they've made a quick switch to be able to come into Crawford Court and play with all the little tools that we have down at the Brent Center. The camera work has been great.
Yeah, no touch there. I mean, smart thought by Ham, but even better for Irvine. They kept their hands and were disciplined.
Well, as I say, you don't throw it out, you find it and then throw it. Push it in, push it out.
Well, as novice blockers, you sometimes want to chase it because you want that stat line.
Right.
Looks cool for the fans, too. It looks like the challenge is successful by Ashley Hain and the amateurs. The play is overturned. Point going to Irvine.
Now, you know, I was thinking about this, Rob. You know how I like to serve the diagonal of the court, the hypotenuse of the triangle, the longest part.
That is correct.
Emma Napoleon could definitely, she hits it so hard with so much spin, but she gets caught hitting like area 1 to area 1. I'm sorry, area 5 to area 1, and it's a shorter court. Hit 5 to 5.
But she goes down the line.
Yeah.
Instead, Ikenaga and Evans on the quickie off of Desmond. Wagner checks back in for Paula Gershing. Good looking swing by Kennedy Evans, just going cross body on the winner.
Ella Gardner jumped with the setter. It should be the left side hitter's responsibility.
Riley Wagner back to serve, senior from Dublin, Ohio. Floats it cross court, tough serve, saved by Feliciano, but rolled into the net by Gardner. And Hawaii extending their lead even more, 14-9. This Hawaii team is on a mission tonight.
I think you may see them on a mission for the rest of the season. They've got to carry this into the tournament now because they're going to have to win the tournament to get in the NC2A.
Bertoloni the pass, Gardner. We got a whistle, double contact called in the set. It's so loud in here, I can't even hear the whistle.
Yeah, that ball came spinning sideways out of the hand, so.
Wagner, again, a beach and indoor player. I actually got to meet her playing beach. Very good beach player.
Very good beach player.
Wagner hybrids, pass by Jensen, overpass goes over, picked up by Evans, Lang, back set over to Ham, and Ham just feeling it at the right side.
She's hitting it cross court, but the block was, Gardner's left shoulder was open, so it hit her and went out of bounds.
We have a substitution for UC Irvine checking in for the first time. We've got number 6.
Number 8.
Kendra McDonald in for Mari Bertoloni. Kendra McDonald has seen limited action here so far this season.
We don't have a back row attack here, which you could use when the setter's front row.
Float serve over towards Jensen, hand pass, Feliciano back to Gardner. Gardner tips Ikanaga, one hand stab, but it's too low for Gershon to get to. Point Irvine. Smart play by Gardner.
Gardner basically has thrown out every option for the slide that you could do so far in this match.
9 serve to 17. Campbell Jensen back to serve. Hybrid over towards Ikanaga. Saved by Lang on the ball. Pass off and splitting the block. Kendra Ham again.
She has a tendency to hit it cross court. So I think what we need to do is move the block in a little bit, and back right needs to be ready to dig that ball.
That makes it 18 serving to 10. Taylor Ikanaga back to serve. She's got 3 digs on the night so far. McDonald on the pass high. Feliciano back to McDonald. McDonald off the block and gets the winner. Good first swing for McDonald. The 6-foot sophomore outside from San Jose at Archbishop High School.
Coach Ashley Hayne has been really high on Kendra McDonald. She just hasn't seemed to find a groove, been able to relax and really play like she can. That was a nice, comfortable, high line swing.
Nicole Feliciano steps back to serve, driving, a float serve, and off the block goes Talia Hawkes. And she is fired up tonight. There's always a little extra.
As Hunter's blocking that, she needs to have vision on the hitter. When you see her go up like here and turn that thing, that's when you either over-exaggerate to turn it in or drop your hands.
Floats her, misses long by Ham. Point going to UC Irvine. Back in comes Napoleon for Neiman. And also Grzinski in for McDonald. 12 looking at 19. Grzinski, the transfer from Cal, the former Golden Bear, but from San Clemente, California, and San Clemente High School.
You know, she's played a lot of beach.
Hybrid down the line, pass at Ikanaga, Lang outside to the pin, and Talia Hawkes with a rise and rip. She was so high above the block on that one.
Jeez, Hawkes just went over and looked at Lang and said, "Send me the ball."
Point going to the Rainbow. Wahine up 19-12 here in set number 2. Also took the first 25-12. Hawkes back to the service line for the Rainbow. Wahine. Jensen, good pass to Feliciano. Back to Riedel. Riedel blocked, covered by Feliciano. Jensen bumps that to right side to Riedel. Riedel unloads inside the block of Gershon and Ajiti.
It's a nice adjustment. They hit the line, good coverage from behind. Then she brought the block out and just turned it inside right here. She'll be hitting it right inside the block.
We got a substitution for Isabel Scarlett. Amanda Leinbach checks in for the Anteaters. Leinbach in for serving purposes. The junior from Marymount High School in Los Angeles, California. Hybrid down the line by Leinbach, pass by Hawkes, set by Lang. Ajite takes a rip, dug by Leinbach. goes up and out of play. Big slide ball by Ajide gets the winner and point, 20 serve to 13.
Rob, I'm going to slip out right now and go take a picture with the 2003 women's UCI women's volleyball team. You're on your own.
I'm in a lot of trouble, fans. I'm in a lot of trouble. Amber Ajide back to serve, goes down the line over towards Napoleon. Feliciano goes against the grain. Arito, who sends fire in the hole. Splitting the block of Evans and Gershing, which is a big block, was Emma Gardner. There's Charlie Bram, who's a coach of that 2003 NCAA tournament team for the Anteaters. Such a phenomenal supporter of not only the women's volleyball team here, but the men's and volleyball in this community. So special place in my heart for that man, Charlie Bram. Tough serve by Desmet. Keeping in play is Ham off the block. Feliciano on the cover. Desmet in the middle to Gardner, dug by Haka, set by Lang, over, swatted by Napoleon. Double set by Lang, tipped over by Evans, dumped by Feliciano, covered by Ikanaga. Lang outside the left pin to Gershing, dug by Desmet, bumped set by Gruzinski outside to Napoleon. Napoleon blocked, covered, saved by the Anteaters, set over by Feliciano, picked it by Evans. Lang sets right side to Evans, who hits it wide, and that was a grit, grind, and gusto rally winner for UC Irvine. As you can see, phenomenal effort by both sides, but Irvine winning out just on persistence alone. I need a breather with the solo voice here on the broadcast. Desmet back to serve, 14 looking at 21. Desmet floats off the cable, pass by Gershing, set by Lang. Evans blocked at the net, covered by the Rainbow Wahine. Gershing off the block, dug by Desmet again. Feliciano back to Gardner. Gardner off the block and goes out of play on the long distance tool. 16 serving to 21. Great looking sequence for UC Irvine. 16 serving to 21. Desmet back to serve for the Anteaters. Desmet with 4 assists. Desmet looks, delivers down the line, pass by Gershing. Lang back out to Gershing on the give and go. Goes off the block of Feliciano, stopping the three-point run by Irvine. 22 serving to 16. Kate Lang back to the service line for Hawaii. Lang having a phenomenal season for the Rainbow Wahine, 6-time Big West Setter of the Week. 23 assists on the night so far, floats that one long. Coach Robin Amo looks at her setter. I'd hate to be on the receiving end of that look, but we know how big of a competitor Robin Amo is, as Emma Napoleon goes back to the service line for UC Irvine, trailing 17 to 22. Napoleon on the night, 2 kills, but hitting negative 143s, chipped in a couple block assists as well. Napoleon on the jumper, goes towards Ikanaga, pass off the net. Lang goes over to the right side, over towards Gershing, picked up by the Anteaters. McDonald tips over the block, saved by Lang. Gershing takes a roll, dug by Desmet. Feliciano back set to Gardner. Gardner blocked, covered by Jensen. Right side to Gardner. Gardner up over the block, and she puts it away for the winner. A point going to UC Irvine. Irvine just gutting it out on that one and extending the rally, getting extended opportunities as they pull within 4 at 18-22. R2, Patsy Malta is going back to the scorer's table. Can't seem to figure out why, but it looks like we're back to normal. She looks at Tony Chan, our R1, says we're good to go, and Napoleon steps back to the service line. For Emma Gardner on the Anteater side, 6 kills, hitting 333. He's got 2 block assists. Napoleon launches on the spin serve, misses long. Did not snap enough. A lot of spin, but not enough snap as Maya Neiman checks in for Emma Napoleon, and Riley Wagner checks in for Paula Gershing on the Rainbow Wahine side. Wagner, back row duties tonight for the senior from Dublin, Ohio. For Wagner, has 19 aces on the season and misses just a bit long. Had to be inches long. Point Irvine. 18 serving at 23. Campbell Jensen back to serve. Isabella Scarlett leaves the game, actually back into the game for Amanda Leinbach. Jensen goes down the line over towards Hawkus, and Kennedy Evans taking a crack in the middle, going a wrist away on the winner. And that brings us to set point. Hawaii serving a 19 on that beautiful one-hand set by Kate Lang. And she is definitely fired up after that ball. Set point 19. Back to serve, Taylor Ikenaga. Tough floats her pass by McDonald. Feliciano in the middle of Scarlett. She's blocked. And Amber Igini with the honors with Tally Hawkus point in set number 2. Going to Hawaii as they go up 2-0 on the Anteaters here in our Big West women's volleyball matchup. Don't go away. We'll be back with more action here from UC Irvine on ESPN. Back to the University of California, Irvine and Crawford court side of our Big West matchup between the Hawaii Rainbow Wahine and the UC Irvine Anteaters. On screen, you're looking at the 2003 UCI women's volleyball team that advanced to the NCAA tournament, along with my analyst who is bailed out on me, Charlie Brand there on the left. But some of the faces you see on there, Trisha White now marks right there next to Charlie and Brenda Waterman. Kelly Wing, the All-American, as well as the 32 kills in their first round match of the NCAA tournament. Keegan, what it was Featherstone, now Felix. Amanda Vasquez in the shot. Sammy Cash in the shot as well. But a lot of big names in that shot there. Alumni representing that 2003 team. If you look at the photo on there, Sabrina Hernandez, who was here last night from Cal State Fullerton on the left. Laura Alford in the Cincinnati area. Sammy Cash, Dana Kurzbar, Amanda Vasquez, Tabri White. We've got Trisha White. Assistant coach Marcia Bradbeer, Monty Tucker, the volunteer assistant. Look how young Charlie looks. That's a sharp-looking guy there. Stacy Gorin, Jen Moser, Kelly Wing wearing number 10, Keegan Featherstone, Brenda Waterman, and head coach of the Anteaters right there in the front wearing number 5, Ashley Hain. So a great-looking crew and a phenomenal team that advanced to the NCAA tournament 2003. And you're looking at them now. They maintain tight connections here. As Charlie, if you know Charlie, and I think a lot of people know Charlie, is a very personable person. And he keeps in touch with his people, and he treasures every single one of his relationships, not only in the volleyball world, but any of those around him. So it's no shock that he's kept up as closely as he has with his former athletes there on the screen. That's Amanda Vasquez there on the far end there. Great player, played professionally in Puerto Rico for a long career. One of the flying Hawaiians we've had here at UC Irvine. Her parents are in the house. So you're looking again at that 2003 NCAA women's volleyball team from UC Irvine. A little celebration here. Had a reception out front and a lot of faces here between the former athletes and their parents, as well as, believe it or not, lots of children. So it's incredible seeing the families and the extended family of UC Irvine women's volleyball. And I'm sure that with all the programs in the Big West, it's the same. It's tight relationships, and we may be competitors on the court, but in the end, it's a small, tightly knit volleyball community. So again, congratulations to Ashley Hain, who is the head coach of UC Irvine in her 7th season, and her team that was at that 2003 National Championship. So at one point, I will have my analysts back, and as I'm seeing my fans online, they're texting me saying that I talk too much. We'll just say that their last name starts with a K, and they did have a athlete that played for Hawaii. Kelsch, we'll just give you that hint. But I really appreciate you all tuning in here. Great volleyball. Rainbow Wahine start off with a swing by Kendra Ham. Bump set outside by Riedel to McDonald, and Evans chops it cross-body on the winner for a point, going to Hawaii. Up 2-0 here in our best-of-5 matchup. Taylor Ikenaga back to the service line for Hawaii. Ikenaga, it says she only has 3 digs, but the way she's been playing, I feel like she's been all over. Tough float serve down the line to McDonald. Feliciano goes back row to Riedel. Igini with a block, and cleaning up top is Isabel Scarlett. alertedly just knocked down up top, and we got a video challenge, and I believe the R2, Patsy Malta, is saying it's a 2, so that is actually 3. That is going to be a net violation is what they're going to challenge. So formally, I need to say that we have a video challenge requested by Coach Robin Amo, that there's a net violation on Isabel Scarlett of UC Irvine. And as you see there, I don't believe there was a net. But I was looking at the response of the crowd, so I'd have to see it again, but I thought it was ball. But Coach Robin Amo was quick to challenge on that one, so we'll see that again. A little too quick on that one. Maybe on the snap if there was one, but that side view did not show a net. You see her hand go up. Nope, she's a couple inches off there, so I'm going to guess it's going to be an unsuccessful challenge, but we'll let the R2 Patsy Malta make that determination. We have a great referee crew here tonight. We've got Tony Chan. And as the R1, Patsy Malta, the R2. Matt Laveau is one of the lines officials. Can't seem to get contact with the other lines official on duty, but as you see, her hand was at least a couple inches off. See the follow through? Yeah, she was above it. But there was a lot of movement, which was from the ball. So it's understandable why Coach Robin Amo would challenge that ball. You're looking at my analyst and the head coach of the 2003 team. FYI, Charlie pretty much spends more than half the year in Hawaii, so he's definitely well connected. I know there's a lot of you Hawaii viewers out there. Some of the greatest volleyball fans on the planet, without a doubt. 1-1 after the challenge. Actually, I believe it's been reversed. So 2-0 is the score. I guess they saw the net. Ball's picked up by Ham. Outside, down the line goes Hakas. Picked up by Neiman, and McDonald goes hard through the block and pinballs off of Igini to Ham off the cable and down. Point going to UC Irvine. And I believe Charlie Brand decided to come back. He went Hollywood on me and decided to leave me hanging.
Oh, it would never leave you hanging.
Just the final home match of the season, Charlie. Going to leave me hanging here.
Not true. Not true. Nice to see Kinder take a nice big swing over there down the line.
Ball's passed by Wagner. Lang goes right side to Ham. Dug by Neiman. Bump set back by Jensen, and knocking it through the block is McDonald. McDonald making her presence known in a unexpected appearance tonight.
Yeah, she's very talented. I think, as I said earlier, she's just getting used to being on the court now, playing with a lot of confidence.
Irvine hitting 105 on the night versus Hawaii's 350. 2 serving at 2. They see if they can push it to a 4th set. Lang sets the left side to Hakas, and ball's hit wide and long. We'll see if there's going to be a challenge, but Robin Amo not even moving towards the green credit card.
Something tells me that Hakas hitting high and out of bounds and begging for the touch doesn't go over well with Robin.
3 serving at 2. Irvine's first lead of the night here in the 3rd set, actually for the night. Hakas perfect pass to Lang in the middle. Igine, she's blocked and then covered by Wagner. Lang back to Ham. Ham sends fire in the hole between Scarlett and McDonald.
Again, Ham likes to go cross court. Move in, line up your left block, outside blocking hand on her right hand, and you'll take that cross court away.
A big seam between McDonald and Scarlett there. That's amazing vision by Ham as an outside attacker to see that hole.
She likes to go cross court, and that hole just was a gift, really.
The diving float serve lands, and going off the block. A delayed call there. Looks like ball's hit into the net and out of play. Point Hawaii.
McDonald had some trouble getting to the ball. Got there a little bit late, and it dropped on her.
4 serving at 3. Ham back to the service line. Float serve deep. Pass by McDonald. Feliciano to Riedel. Riedel's denied. Triple trouble by Lang, Igini, and Hakas. Point going to Hawaii.
I don't think when you're faced with a triple block, you want to hit that ball hard down like that.
Ham back to serve on the hybrid. Cross-court tough serve. Jensen got to it, but that's an ace instead for Ham. I think she's definitely in the highlight zone.
Ham is serving the ball cross-court, again going after Jensen, and that ball is dropping to her right, which then if she chases the ball, it'll send it to where that ball went.
Ham's 14 ace on the season. McDonald on the pass. Feliciano back to Scarlett. And attack goes into the net. 7-3 Hawaii. They normally don't run that slide to Scarlett. They're trying to change it up, but it's all for naught right now.
They like to set Scarlett that little mistimed middle, you know, whether it's a gap or a one or something, just where she can go up, look around, and pop the ball to the open spot, wherever it is.
Got a timeout taken by UC Irvine. I got to correct myself. Kendra Ham, that's actually her 15th ace on the season. She had one early in the night, just got that one there. But look at that wonderful shot on the screen of a very young Charlie Brand.
We were all much younger then. You know, Monty Tucker there next to me was a great player on our men's team. On my last men's team I coached, and is a wonderful man. Marcia Bradbury, the next lady, was the assistant coach. On the very far end is someone we saw yesterday here coaching for Cal State Fullerton, Sabrina Hernandez. You know, I was back there on the stage when we went back to take the picture.
That was at UCLA in their first round matchup against Missouri.
That's right. That's right. There's so many stories going on back there. It's kind of fun when you bring groups together 20 years later. They all have kids running around, and it's really neat to see.
Look at that good group there. Coach Alford, Brad Beer, and of course Charlie Brandt. I think he's got at least 2,000 print shirts. And that's Ashley Hain, head coach of the Anteaters, dishing the ball here in Crawford back in the day. And look at this retro footage, 4-3. I think they were side out scored at 15 still? No, that was 2003.
It's funny when you watch this. I was watching it during the pregame, and every time we set Kelly wing, she'd hit it, come down and turn and walk away because the ball was always down.
Back to serve, Kendra Ham for Hawaii. Float serve, and it misses just long. I thought it was a coffin corner ace, but the lines official on the far side called that one long, as back in comes Emma Napoleon, and in is Lexi Gruzinski on the Anteater side. Gruzinski steps back to the service line. The 5'8" defensive specialist from San Clemente. Lang goes outside to Hawkes. Hawkes off the block, covered by Wagner. Lang sets outside to Hawkes, tips, covered by Feliciano. Back bumps it by Jensen. Napoleon rips it, and she is denied on the triple threat of Hawkes, Ajiti, and Lang.
Now this is an interesting thing. When the ball got dug, Emma Napoleon doesn't make any kind of a hard approach. You've got 3 blockers in front of you, and you're approaching about half speed. That doesn't equate to a successful swing. You've got to get yourself outside, explode with a 3-step approach to get up and hit it hard, high.
Hawkes back to the service line for Hawaii. Ball's passed by Napoleon, backs up to Riedel. Riedel off the block and out of play. That ball was hit hard because you can hear that thing even amongst all the noise that's in here.
Yeah.
Fort Riedel of UC Irvine's kill number 5.
It's a nice hit down the line by Riedel. Find the outside blocker. Good things happen.
Bella Scarlett back to serve for UC Irvine. Floats it down the line. Ikanaga, tight pass and two-handed dump by Lang. Free ball by Feliciano. Hawkes on the pass. Lang outside to Gershing. Gershing drops it down the line. Feliciano ricochets it out of play. That brings Amber Ajiti back to serve for Hawaii. 4 kills, hitting .250, 2 aces, an assist, and 6 block assists. And a partridge in the pear tree.
You know, you wonder when she goes to the national team, she's so gifted in all angles here. She's a good beach player. Does she play somewhere besides the middle on the national team?
Great dig by Hawkes off the attack by Riedel. Back out to Gershing. Gershing dug by Jensen. It goes up and out of play on the Hawaii side. 10 serving to 5. Genie steps back to the service line. I mean, that was a hard hit ball by Gershing. And why not 6'2" and going thumb down on that cross-court angle.
Difference was Irvine hit one that hard. They dug it under control. The ball got hit to Irvine. They didn't dig it under control.
Free ball by Gardner on the miscommunication. Igini on the free ball pass outside of Gershing. Gershing up, and away. Point going to Hawaii. Hawaii just a well-oiled machine right now.
They're playing hard and they're riding the momentum.
Dare I say they're running like artificial intelligence right now.
No, don't say that. Yeah, you're really seeing how well coached they are.
Shoots it out to Napoleon, finally gets the side out for UC Irvine as she slices through the block. Napoleon, the redshirt freshman from Los Angeles, California. One-time freshman player of the week in the Big West.
In her first week. First week she played.
Hunter Riedel back to the service line. She goes right at Hawkins, overpass, and Nicole Feliciano. We won't say it's a miss hit. We'll just say it's a kill.
Well, it had side spin coming off, so I'm not sure her hand hit in the middle of the ball. But it's a kill. You're right.
She meant to do that, Charlie.
Pretty good beat shot, I'll tell you that.
6 serving 11. Riedel back to the service line. Winds up, swings. Pass by Hawkins. Laying outside of Gershing, tip, dug by Gardner, bump set over by Napoleon, taken out the trash is a 6'2" German, Paula Gershing.
Goes back to what I'm talking about, the ball control. Irvine had the ball, had control, and they picked the ball up and then overpass it. Got to control that, continue to control it. Major difference in the match right now.
Kate Lang back to the service line for Hawaii. Ball's passed by Gruzinski. Feliciano on the slide to Gardner, who puts it away. Everyone was waiting and knew that was coming, but they still couldn't pick it up. I'm pretty sure everyone saw that play in the stands coming as well. The hottest hitter on the Irvine side right now has been Ella Gardner. 6 kills, hitting .333. Make that 7 kills.
She's got just so much. She's got 2 blocks, but she also, all those little plays she makes at the net where the ball slips by and she just pops underneath and pops it up that you don't show on a stat sheet.
Jumps her by Napoleon, misses way long for point going to Hawaii. That brings Riley Wagner back in for Paula Gershing. Wagner has been such a consistent part of the Hawaii offense in her entire career. She's coming in for serving and defensive and passing purposes.
And she's doing a really good job of that tonight.
And it's really fun to watch her play on the beach as well. Wagner goes cross court to McDonald, saved by Feliciano, down ball, drops over the net, picked up by Hawkins, bump set. Wagner takes a rip, dug by Neiman, saved by Feliciano, set over by Campbell, picked up by Wagner, set outside to Hawkins, and Hawkins is on fire. She has got her groove on tonight. Talia Hawkins on the night for Hawaii, 7 kills, hitting .211. There is one figure on there that is amazing right now, and we'll get to that in a second. Ball swung on after that by Ham, blocked by McDonald. Point going to Irvine. Ham thought it was a given. She's going to get that overpass winner, but McDonald said, not in my house.
To wait, and shoot her hands over like that is tremendous.
Campbell Jensen back to serve for UC Irvine. She floats it deep, bounces it off the end line, gets the winner. Point going to Irvine. That ball had a last-second drop as it just hit that end line on the edge. 10 serving to 14. Jensen, the sophomore from La Crescenta, California, and Village Christian School. Off the block goes Ham, picked up pancake by Jensen, rolled by the block, covered by Hawkins. Lang goes left side to Wagner in the back row. Feliciano hand pass. Feliciano gets sent right back from Jensen, and Feliciano does a little home cooking out of the right side. Yes, that's the center.
That's a nice swing. Looked like she's going cross court, then she just opened her shoulder up and was able to turn down the line. Watch.
Hashtag setters can hit.
In your dreams.
Charlie's rolling his eyes on me. Ikunaga with a perfect pass. Evans in the middle, and she gets the sideline on the winner. Smart play, but the stat line I wanted to direct you towards, she's not in right now. Paula Gershing, 10 kills, 0 errors, hitting .556.
Pretty good for a left side hitter.
Those are middle stats.
Those are better than middle stats.
McDonald on the pass. McDonald on the give and go. She's block covered, and it falls on the Irvine side. Big block by Ham and Ijidi. Ham is doing it all tonight for Hawaii. Taylor Ikunaga back to serve for the Rainbow Wahine. Still stuck on 3 digs. I find that hard to believe. McDonald swings high, dug by Wagner. Lang gets a quick back attack. We're there on the block is Scarlett. Scarlett sets it back into play outside to McDonald. McDonald popped, and Wagner made the diving save, but it went the wrong direction.
It's a nice swing by Kendra McDonald. She didn't have much of an approach, so she just step closed and hit it right into the deep seam back there.
Well, Igidi's right hand was below the tape, so it looked like she's trying to adjust based on the angle.
Yeah, that helped. Helped a little.
We have a little pause and play. Oh, just the wiping of perspiration or sweat. Fast action happening here in our Big West women's volleyball matchup. Nicole Feliciano steps back to the service line. Feliciano, 2 kills with 7 digs and 17 assists. Hawkes on the pass, Hawkes on the attack off the block. Neiman on the dig. Feliciano to McDonald, tip high line, covered by Lang. Bumps up by Ikunaga, right side to Ham. Ham through the seam, dug by Jensen. Set by Feliciano, right side to Riedel, no block. Dug by Lang, picked up by Ikunaga. Wagner swings out of the back row. Dug by Feliciano, Jensen bumps that's right side to Riedel. Riedel unloads, dug by Lang. McDonald swings, she's dug by Ikunaga. Lang in the middle, Idine, soft tip, and that's the winner. It's a defensive stand. That's
first of all, great aggressive play by the Anteater to keep swinging, and great ball control and defense by Hawaii.
And Coach Ashley Hayne takes a timeout with her team trailing 12-16 here in set number 3. Charlie, some phenomenal action here in their set number 3.
Those are some great rallies, and as a coach, you've got to really be happy with the effort they're showing. A lot of teams that have lost 2 sets as they have so far wouldn't play with the same energy that Irvine's playing with now. Every single play, they're coming back with that old next play, and coming harder and harder with it.
Well, you can definitely see that Hawaii has come out to play with a fire.
Well, you get Hunter Riedel with 2 big swings that they pop up, almost hit the ceiling, and then they pick it up again, and she takes another one. And then Kendra with the overpass, swings at the ball, doesn't tip it, swings at the ball, and it's kind of ironic that the ball would end with a tip by Ijidi.
The hardest hitter with the winner on a soft tip.
That's the way it works, though, Rob. That's exactly how it works.
Well, Ijidi is getting her points differently tonight. She's more defense, service line, and blocking.
You know who it was great to see over on the stage when I went over to be with the 2003 team were Laura Alford's mom and dad, who came to all the games, were obviously greatly supportive of her and the Anteaters, for them to come up because Laura couldn't be there. Her husband is the athletic director at Florida State, and so she's there for the big Miami Florida State football game tomorrow. She couldn't be here, so it's nice that her mom and dad came.
Yes. Laura Alford, one of the top recruiters for you back in the day.
She understood not just athleticism, but also recruiting people with class. Great families, everything. It was just really a part of the success that group had.
Hawkes continues the fire. She blasts it off the block for the Rainbow Wahine. 17 serving a 12. Hawkes just finding a groove right out of the gate and continuing it on here. Ham Tough serve pass by Jensen, bumps it by Feliciano. Riedel swings, and she is denied on the triple tower. Aijidi, Lang, and Hakas.
You've got 3 blockers up. Sets inside. Pretty hard to score going that direction with it.
Look how high Aijidi was on.
Yeah.
Ham with a tough float serve pass by Jensen off the net. Saved by the Indians. Roll shot by Riedel. Dug by Aijidi. Lang in the middle of Aijidi on the give and go. She passes the free ball and gets it right back in the middle.
Well, that's going to account for a dig and a kill. All by herself within the 10-foot line.
They're playing doubles, Charlie.
It might as well. She's that legit. That's trained, though. You've got to train people to take that ball, get up fast after you make a perfect pass.
Feliciano to McDonald. Pokes it by Aijidi. Set outside of Hakas, and why not? Hakas heating up even more. She's going ultraviolet sky. Just hot on, like hotter than sun right now on that left pin.
Yeah.
Just saw that line and took it. Charlie's favorite shot.
That was, they kind of gave it to her and she took it.
Feliciano sets left pin to Riedel. Riedel through the block of Aijidi. Apparently pancakes not served on the Hawaii side. Hakas was there though.
Hakas with one more step would have had that. She kind of went to her knee and then fell forward with that's the problem with the pancake. You slow down to do the pancake rather than just running through it.
Lexi Gruzinski checks in for Kendra McDonald. 12 serving at 21. Tough floats her pass by Wagner. Out of play, saved by Hakas. Free ball by Wagner. Gruzinski stepped in on the free ball pass in the middle. Scarlett, who puts it away off of Ham. Point going to Irvine. Irvine having some bright moments here, but is it enough to take the third? Down 7. Little cross-body chop action by Scarlett. Gruzinski goes cross-court to Wagner. Lang in the middle, Aijidi. She dug by Gruzinski. Feliciano low set to the outside and misses long. Napoleon on the attack, and they're looking for a touch, and I believe there is going to be a challenge. And there is a challenge by Ashley Hain. Formal challenge.
You've got to love the swing. Him and Napoleon's just going for it. That big block in front, just going for the high hands, which was a great swing. Not so sure I don't know if she got it or not.
So we've got a video challenge requested by Ashley Hain of UC Irvine. There's a touch on the block. I'd say no, but
the ball's spinning sideways. That's the only reason I could see maybe there's a micro touch.
You're looking at head coach Robin Amo. Kaleo Baxter, her assistant.
Former UCI assistant coach.
And Irvine Valley College standout, which is within 2 miles of the campus here. Nick Costello, also an Irvine Valley College alum.
Tom Pestalacci ran a great program at Irvine Valley, and it still is. Every year they're in the top 2 or 3 in the state.
Looking at that play again from that angle line shot view. I don't think so, Charlie, but we've been wrong.
Yep.
But looking at the stats here, it's still Paula Gershing, 10 kills, 0 errors, hitting .556. Talia Hakas, 10 kills, 3 errors, hitting .318. Amber Aijidi, kind of a low production night for her, but it's 6 kills, hitting .333. But look what else she's doing. She's got an assist, 2 aces, 3 digs, 8 block assists, and she's the second leading scorer on the Rainbow Wahine with 12 points.
She's also hitting .300, which is pretty good.
I missed the call, I believe.
It was the challenge was declined.
Challenge unsuccessful. Point remains with Hawaii. 22 serving to 14. Paula Gershing checks back in for Riley Wagner. And that brings Talia Hakas back serve. Again, her stat line, 10 kills, 318, 7 digs, and 6 block assists. She's having a night.
Yes, she is.
Hakas back to serve, the 5'11" freshman outside from Kfar Saba, Israel. Ball's passed by Jensen. Feliciano outside to Napoleon, who gets it by the block of Lang and Ajide.
Nice. There we were. Napoleon had a good approach outside, kept the ball on the right shoulder, took it right over the smaller blocker down the line.
15 serve to 21. Isabella Scarlett back to serve. I believe it's senior night after the match here, so it's also going to be a celebration of our 4 seniors. That includes Isabella Scarlett. Ikanaga on the perfect pass to Lang. Gershing off the block, dug by Scarlett. Feliciano to the left pin of Napoleon, and she goes hot and flat off the block.
Nice swing. That's a big block in front of her, and she went up and hit it up high off the block.
Napoleon hitting that heavy ball, big slap and explosion as he goes off the hands. Scarlett back to the service line for UC Irvine. She's got 2 kills, 3 blocks, a couple digs. Ball is passed by Hawkes. Lang bumps that to Gershing. Gershing wipes it off the hand of Riedel. 23 serve to 16. Lights at the end of the tunnel for the Rainbow Wahine as Amber Ajide goes back to serve. Ajide scoring in different ways tonight. As we were saying, 8 block assists and a couple of aces. Ball's passed by Gruzinski. Backs it by Feliciano to Riedel. Dug by Ham. Lang sets back row to Hawkes. And Hawkes goes off the block for the winner. And it is match point, serving to 16. Ajide doing the honors for the Rainbow Wahine. And the Hawaii faithful on their feet here in Crawford Court. Ajide on the hybrid goes down the line to Gruzinski. Set in the middle to Gardner. Picked up by Lang, bumps it by Ajide. Out to Gershing. Gershing dug by Campbell. Goes over the net. Evans on the pass. Out to Gershing. Tip down the line. Feliciano. Propeller dig, but it goes out of play for point. Set and match as the Rainbow Wahine defeat the UC Irvine Anteaters 3 sets to 0, 25-12, 25-19, and 25-16. Charlie, thoughts on our 3-0 sweep by the Rainbow Wahine?
I thought that the UC Irvine Anteaters played with lots of heart and lots of aggressiveness, never back down. A real difference in ball control, which, that means get back in the practice gym. The Wahine, the 2 losses they had last weekend, are probably the best thing in the world for them at this stage in the season, because they are definitely playing with a mission on their mind. They're playing aggressive ball control. The setting is very, very good. Outside hitters are hitting lots of line, and then they're able to get the ball to Ajide in the middle. Everybody was performing at a high level.
Well, offensively, Hawaii getting it done behind the arms of Paula Gershing and Talia Hawkes. What inspired that performance tonight by those 2? And Kendra Ham.
As I said, they all have been major players this whole season, just in and out. There are 4 or 5 pins that can all play that are good. Basically, there's two dominant middles, 1 setter, but the right side and both left sides are somewhat interchangeable. The ones that Robin went with tonight were obviously top-notch.
Well, looking at the rest of the schedule for Hawaii, they go to Cal State Fullerton, then host UC San Diego and Long Beach State. A big remaining couple of matches for the Rainbow Wahine.
That Long Beach State match will be big too, because Long Beach is going to come off of a match this weekend. Long Beach plays at Santa Barbara tonight, at San Luis Obispo tomorrow night. Might have 2 losses and go into Hawaii. Hawaii would be fighting for that 2nd place spot.
That's right. And then UC Irvine still right there on the bubble. They go to Cal State Northridge and Cal State Bakersfield. 2
very, very tough road trips. They're both places that you can't drive there at the last minute. Yet if you get there early, there's not a lot to do with your team. So it's kind of hard to keep the focus, keep everything going.
Well, with that, with the win, Hawaii goes to 18-8 and 11-4 in the Big West Conference, while UC Irvine goes to 9-18 and 7-9 in the Big West Conference. Leading the way for Hawaii, Paula Gershing, 12 kills, 0 errors, finishing with 545 hitting efficiency, but a lot of help on the Hawaii side. So for Charlie Brand and the crew, excellent work by our ESPN camera crew, as well as our producer, Daniel Liu. I'm Rob Aspero from Crawford Court with Charlie Brand. Again, this is the final home match in our final broadcast.
It's been a great season.
It has been a great season for sure. And it has been wonderful to work with my friend, coach, brother, mentor,
absolutely.
Charlie Brand.
That's it, absolutely.
Keeping me under control.
yeah, I have to, as a matter of fact.
So with that, Charlie, thank you for, again, another great season here at UCI Women's Volleyball. Keep in mind, all games are streaming live and archived on ESPN, and this has been a presentation of ESPN.
Our next step, look for the UCI men. Going to have a nice program this year.
And the Big West Tournament. Outrigger Big West Women's Volleyball Championship.
It's sponsors like that when you include them in the broadcast.
All right, I'll enjoy the rest of your evening.